Hello. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Kathy. It's good to see you guys. I hope you are well. I hope you had a great holiday. And I love these little glasses. I got these at my daughter's house. She gave everyone some really great Thanksgiving masks. We had a lot of fun. We had a smaller group today or on Thanksgiving, but we had a great time. My daughter is a wonderful cook, so we had awesome food and we had a great time. So it was a great day. It was a little quieter than normal because we are used to a bigger crowd, but it was nice. So I just wanted to say hello to everyone. Happy Saturday. It's getting a little chilly here, so we have the heat on and things are, you know, a little bit cozy inside. I haven't been going outside as much. I've really limited a lot of my trips to town, and yesterday I basically just stayed inside all day. Thanksgiving, we went to my daughter's and we basically just hung out. So it's kind of a quiet life, but um, first of all, at the beginning of this video, I wanted to talk to VIPKid friends, and I just wanted to tell you that, first of all, if you want to use this really awesome StreamYard, this is a free way to go onto YouTube. It's really easy. I think it's easier than the Zoom, um, although I did do Zoom this week with our church friends, and that was really fun. Um, you can go on groups with Zoom. You can go on YouTube with Zoom. I think I have to have the paid version for that, though. I do have the paid version for Zoom, but I really like this for StreamYard for YouTube. It's really easy, and I love the banners. So you can find me on the Facebook iPad users group. We now have 3.4K members, so that's really cool. And also, I have a lot of videos on my channel about the Stars to Apples rewards. Stars to Apples is an app that you can get, and this was made by VIPKid teachers. And it works on your phone. So you can load it onto your phone. You can load it onto your iPad. You can use it from your phone. You can also use it from your computer. I haven't done that yet, but it's really awesome. There are some different types of rewards on it that are different than what you would see like on Google Slides. A really cool feature that you can use is that you can go to, like, say this is build a person, and you can slide the things up like this, and I love it because you can actually talk to the kids while you're doing it. And like I could use this intermittently throughout the class. Those are ears. And then you can build your person, and you can, put some clothes on it, some arms. How does this go? And so it's really fun. Hands, they go on the arms. So if you have little kids, you can just kind of build this along. Now, I like to use it on my iPad next to me, so it's a little easier than using your phone. But if I use my phone, I'll just kind of show it up, put it down, show it up, put it down throughout the class. There's a lot of fun rewards, a lot of different ways to do the rewards, and they're different than Google Slides. Another one that I really like is this one. This is one that I made, and I just got pictures off the internet. This was Japan, and I found pictures of these girls with beautiful dresses, and they're Japanese girls, and so I would show one for each, reward. So that was one I made by myself, so you can really make your own rewards very easily. I have never made Google Slides rewards, so I just think this was really user friendly. They have like find a star, which is similar to Google Slides. And I really believe that this is easier to work than Google Slides. But once you get Google Slides set up, it's easy also. there are lots of different things. Like this one is a backpack. So throughout the class, you can add a book, a ruler, crayons, and you can slide it over, and then you can press clear to clear it if you just want to do one thing at a time, and that's really fun. And what I have over here on where it says good morning, this is also stars to apples. And this is the whiteboard. So whenever you have a reward, you also have a whiteboard. So I wrote good morning, and I can press the clear button and it clears it. And I can write right here next to me. I do not have an Apple Pencil, but I have this stylus, and it kind of has a metal end on it. This did cost me 10 bucks. You probably could get one cheaper. So it's a little easier than just using your finger. And I think it works really well. I have never tried an Apple stylus. I know a lot of people have tried them and they do love them. So that's another option. But this here is a drawing reward. So for the stars to apples, they also have some drawing rewards, which we've also talked about long time ago. We talked about doing drawing rewards, and you have you know, the dice reward, or you can do something like this where you're just showing the boxes and then you just go in order. Hello, Luanne. So like you can draw something. So you could either draw here and say, okay, this is number 1, draw number 1. Then you can go to the whiteboard and draw it. And then you could go to number 2. Okay. And then you could go to the whiteboard. So you just kind of have to remember what it was if you're not going to look at it. Or you could even make your phone into a whiteboard and use that as your whiteboard on your phone. So that's another way to do drawing rewards. Do you guys like drawing rewards? I think drawing rewards are really fun and easy. I haven't actually done them in a while, but they are really awesome. And this is a cat. So if you have a lesson with cats, dogs, whatever, kids actually like to, either you could do it on the blank slide, or you could have them do it on a piece of paper and show you. And that really keeps kids busy that, you know, maybe are distracted and things like that. So I just wanted to show a little bit of the stars to apples. I hook up my iPad to my computer, and that's how you can see this. I also can switch the video source like this, so I can make it big. And if I really want to be fancy on the VIPKid group, you can press the button and go into the big slide. And so at the end of the drawings, you have this, and then you have a cat, and then you just kind of play it up. So this is a really fun way to do rewards for the classes. So I can go to this whiteboard and clear it, and I can use it for anything I want. A lot of times for the little kids, I'll use it to practice the letters like this at the end if I have time. So that's a really fun way to do rewards. So I wanted to talk about that, and I also wanted to talk about different things that I'm doing. You guys know that I signed up for VIPKid. So I am not going to work on trying to get the $300 bonus because it's too confusing. I don't want to give up my VIPKid students to try to get $300, and then maybe I make a mistake and I don't get the $300. I did open up the first week and they didn't. I just thought if they all filled in, then I would go ahead and do it. But I only got like one class, I think, the first week, 1 or 2 classes the first week. And so I went ahead and said, forget it, because I was actually losing my classes with the VIPKid. And I'm getting fully booked with VIPKid, so I'm fine. So I signed up for VIPKid. I'm also doing OutSchool. And I did sign up for Kelly's, the summit that's coming up. So if you guys, if you want to put in the comments, Kelly, how we can get to the summit, and it's for OutSchool teachers that want to just fine tune and get some tips for their OutSchool program. I'm also doing Lady Goff's little, she has like a team group, and she has like a monthly subscription, and you can join her group, and she goes over tips and tricks for creating out school classes. And so I am redoing like my thumbnails, and I redid some of the videos for the classes. I actually have today a knitting class with 6 students. So that's going to be interesting. I need to really work on making that good because that's a one-time class. And then I have a knitting class. It's an ongoing class. So I'm hoping I'll get some students for that. So that would be great. So in October, I did really well with Outschool. I made altogether, I think I've made about $500 for Outschool, but it's been kind of sporadic. So I'd like to streamline it, try to get a schedule going for them. I've taught finger knitting, regular knitting, bread making, and I also have done a pet sharing class, which that has been really fun. So I haven't done any real academic classes yet. I feel like that takes a little bit more planning. And I do have some classes that are up on in my schedule, like classes that I can teach. And what's cool with Outschool is that people will favorite your classes or save your classes. And so then you know which classes that people are interested in. And I have 60 followers for Outschool, and most of them are for the knitting classes. So I feel like I kind of have to up the knitting game. I really want to do the knitting. Most of my knitting classes are one-time classes. I'd really like to get to see the kids make some projects, and that takes more than 1 week. So I do have a dishcloth class, which is like a 2-week class. I have a scarf class. I think that one's a 3 or 4 week class. But I also have an ongoing knitting class, which I would really like to funnel everyone into that. If you like knitting, knitting is something that you learn progressively. Okay. And so this is Kelly's um, link for the summit. So that's kind of a long link. How can they find it if they can't? I guess you can click on it in the comments, right? Yeah. So, Danny says that's a really good idea to watch what's being favorited the most and what's up with the egg class. I did put it out for one time and I didn't get any takers for it. So it's up there, but I'm going to have to put that up again. I really want to teach that class. I do have a class up right now. It's an ongoing Write Grandma a Letter class, and I have one student for that. So I'm excited about that. And that class is ongoing. And I'm saying write grandma letter, but it's for any person that your kids want to write to. And I'm thinking of the elderly people. My video says, that elderly people are in need of some love, and so let's write them a letter. So what I'm doing is giving the kids a template, and they can fill it in, and I'll work with them on what to say, so that by the end of the class, it's all written and ready to go. It links when clicked. Awesome. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone at the summit. I have no idea what to expect. I feel like I'm learning a lot. My biggest challenge for Outschool is figuring out a good schedule, figuring out, what will work for me, what other people want, that kind of thing. Also, I just want to say I love the kids. The students for Outschool have been awesome. I had a student for finger knitting last week, and I only had one student for the class, but I figured, I'm just going to do it anyway. And I figured I'm not overbooked or anything. Like if I had so many students that, I was overwhelmed, I would say, well, I'm not teaching a 1-kid class, but I went ahead and taught it because, every time you teach a student, especially with knitting, online is hard because you can't be hands-on. And so I figure it's a learning experience. And so I taught the class anyway, and it turned out that it was a student who he brought out the scarf, and the scarf was like really long. And he said he knitted the scarf, finger knitted it. And but when he got to class, his yarn was all tangled. He spent the entire 30 minutes untangling yarn. So I was really impressed. The kid was only 7 years old. I was like, I've never seen a 7-year-old untangle yarn for 30 minutes. So I think this kid's pretty much a genius. I'm hoping he'll sign up for another class with me. I told him he should actually do the regular knitting class because he's really good. And if he's got that good of an attention span, he can do anything. So, good morning, Kim, and good morning, Lisa, and welcome, teachers. Click a thumbs up on your way in for Cindy. Thank you so much, Danny. I've really enjoyed your videos for just, just living peacefully and enjoying your, your surroundings and just being home and calm, calm during this hard time. And so I'm going to take off the stars to apples. Okay, so it's blue. So Danny, if you have not used StreamYard, you should try it. It's really fun. I also wanted to say that I joined the Wham Band Manny Cam. It should say Manny Cam, not Manny Came. And there's an event going on for VIPKid, and you can join it. Amy Lou and who's doing it with her? Amy Lou. Oh, I think it's Melissa. Melissa and Amy Lou are doing Wham Bam Manicam, and that is a kind of an event. So if you're VIPKid, you can go to the event section and check that out. So that's Manicam lessons for free. Yesterday, I went ahead and I signed up for the Manicam paid version. I had the free version, but I want to go to the event with Amy Lou and Melissa, and then I also signed up for Amanda Panda's kindergarten, Manicam kindergarten, which is coming out in January. So this is Manicam kindergarten. Now she has two options. She has, how do you spell kindergarten? I'm in hermit mode as far as lives go. Thanks, though. So kindergarten. Is it with a D or a T? Kindergarten. Wow. I'm a terrible speller. Manicam kindergarten, or maybe it's T. You guys can help me out. Amanda Panda. So I don't know if she still has this available, but Amanda Panda teacher had a special yesterday. She offered $30 off for the self-study for her Amanda Panda kindergarten. So you could check that out and see if she still has that available. Check out on her website. So hater, okay. What does it say? Some students ask how to tie-dye shirt or jacket around waist style. Can you explain and show them how? Can I tie-dye? I have not really tie-dyed. I could look it up and I would watch a video, most likely. But I have not really tie-dyed. I love tie-dye stuff, but I have not really done it. And that would be a fun thing. I wonder if somebody on OutSchool is doing that. There might be someone doing that. I'm sure it would be fine to show them how to tie a jacket around your waist. Oh, yeah. My kids and neighbor kids watching. Okay. So, yeah. I'm okay, so we're going to continue on. So Amanda Panda teacher, it has some really great stuff coming up. She had some sales yesterday for her Etsy shop. She may have some stuff still going on, so you might want to check that out. But she has the Manicam kindergarten. You can either go to it and go to it with her teaching it live, or you can go to it with just, do self-study. So I'm doing self-study. So right now I am doing self-study for Manicam kindergarten, which I guess that starts in January. I'm going to be doing the Wham Bam Manicam. So I'm going to try that. I also am doing Lainey Goff's program where she has a team and she has like a tips for outschool teachers. She's doing really well for outschool. And she also wants to teach other teachers. And I'm also doing, I got the personal secretary. I don't know if any of you were on Rachel Baker's live that she had, but she had a live about the personal secretary. And I won the free version. So I got the free tutorial for that she puts out for the personal secretary. So that's interesting. I just went through all that yesterday and I'm going to try to implement that. And it's on Asana. Yeah. So Asana is a really interesting way to organize all of your stuff, all your teaching stuff, all your home stuff, anything you need. It's kind of a calendar online, and she shows how to do it. I went through all the videos. I'm going to have to go back through again and review all of the videos again because I didn't catch it the first time. So yeah, so I like it. I'll see how it works. You get 30 minutes of free time. Or, I'm sorry, not time. 30 days of free use for the Asana. After that, it's $10 a month. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not free. It does cost something. But if it works for you and you're doing well with it, then it would be worth it. So that's the personal secretary. And that was all a lesson from Rachel Baker, and she did a great job with it. And I hope it's really not just for like online teachers, but she kind of explains it so that it really could be for anyone, any type of teacher, any kind of situation that you're in, just to organize your time and put on your whatever you're doing at the time. Anything else that I'm doing? So I have actually I have this Kajabi app. I actually joined Kajabi the first time with a class that I was doing painting. I think I would really like to do a painting today. I need a break. So I have painting class on Kajabi. I'm doing the Nancy Taylor class on Kajabi, Life with Lainey, and the personal secretary, and I haven't gotten to the website in a weekend class yet, but I have bought that from Tim, online teacher dude, and I need to get working on that as well. I am working on the Nancy Taylor course, and she has a lot of information. It is really a lot. So I've watched a lot of the videos. I'm kind of up to date with the videos, but now I have to go back and do the homework. So you'll notice on my website that I've changed the banner at the top, my YouTube channel. I've changed the banner quite a few times, and I'm trying to work on a logo, and I'm trying to work on just different things to streamline my online business, I guess you call it. And I would like to recruit people for all of the different companies as I can. And right now I don't have anybody that I'm recruiting. So if you're watching this video, you're interested in one of the companies, you could have me one-on-one. So a lot of the people like Nancy Taylor, she has a lot of streamlined videos. She can send you videos. She can send you information. But you can also choose someone that is, newer like me that can help you one-on-one. So if you are trying to figure out who you want to use as a referring teacher, keep that in mind. You could try for someone that you think could give you that one-on-one feedback, you know, by phone, by FaceTime, whatever. Oh, thank you. Danny says your thumbnail looks great for YouTube. Thank you very much. And painting. My friend and I like to FaceTime and try to do a Bob Ross tutorial. Awesome. Yeah, I kind of joined this lady's tribe, she calls it, because you get access to all the paintings. And then I've realized there are a lot of things that you could buy just one thing at a time. So I'll see how it goes, how much I get done with it, and I might just back off and just do like one painting at a time or something. But for right now, I'm thinking I would like to do some things for like Christmas gifts and stuff. So that's what I was kind of thinking when I got into it. And just, you know, it's just really a great way to disconnect from everything and just kind of do something peaceful and enjoyable. And then you have a gift for someone, or you have something you can put up on your wall that is meaningful. So Danny says, guess what? I had a VIPKid referral go through. And when I looked, I emailed them to say thanks, and they said they used someone else. Too bad. I already got paid. Oh, good. I'm glad you got paid for it. That's what's hard is people don't, I don't think I realized when I first signed up for VIPKid, how important it was to have a referral and to know who that referral is. Like when I signed up for VIPKid, I just signed up from an ad. And at that time, you could put in someone's code right up until you actually got hired. And I kind of liked that because then you're in control of who gets the money, because you might sign up with someone's code and they're not helping you much. And then someone else offers to help you, but they don't get any money for it. So, yeah. When I looked, I emailed them to say, they said, you somewhat too bad. I already got paid. So I'm glad you got paid for it, Danny. So yeah, so for Kelly, I used Kelly's code for VIPKid. And so even though I'm not doing a bunch of classes for VIPKid, I'm not sure when you get paid. Do you get paid when I make 100, or just get paid when I teach my first class? So, yeah. King 2. I thought VIPKid was a scam. It's been paying us pretty well. Those of us who work for VIPKid, it's been paying. It's been giving us, I've been with the company 2.5 years, and December 1st, I'll be starting my 6th contract. So, oh, good, Kelly. So you at least get paid after the first class. Okay. So if they had caught it earlier, they could have switched it. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't use a referral for VIPKid many years ago. So I didn't use a referral for VIPKid, but it was really funny because I was on a frugal family group on Facebook, and somebody asked for ways of, you know, that they use to make income. And this one person mentioned VIPKid. And so I private messaged that person. I figured, hey, if they're on it, they're looking at it. And so, I connected with her, and she was kind of like us, you know, not one of the big referring teachers, but she helped me one-on-one, and she sent me a few different props to print out, and we did a FaceTime thing. So I was really glad that I was able to use her code. Otherwise, I would have used no one's code. I don't know. I just thought it was a little weird to watch a video and then, oh, I will help you. I love you, you know, and I'm like, I don't know. They got 20,000 views. Are they really going to help me personally? So I don't know. I was not a believer at the beginning. Now that I've been into VIPKid, I've realized that the teachers really are that nice, like for the most part. And we are all authentic teachers, especially all the people on my chat box here. We're authentic teachers and just regular people working hard, doing the work, getting the paid, spending the money, living the life. And so, yeah, VIPKid made me do a test video 10 times, kept saying they didn't get it. Oh, interesting. Huh. So do you work for VIP Kid King too? So Danny says, thumbs up the live. And Danny says, the smaller YouTubers will probably answer email and even a Zoom call. Yeah. I mean, we kind of work for the money, the smaller ones, because the bigger people, they are streamlined, which is fine. Like, I kind of want to get to that point. I mean, if I could make some automated system and I make money just by people going to my YouTube video and then they go to my automated system, and I know it's working for some people. If I got 5 people, that would be awesome. I mean, I've seen teachers online say they had 100 referrals per month. That's just crazy. Their videos are better than mine though. So, but people want the best, like they want to sign up for the person who's going to give them the most help. But you don't realize that you will get personal help, which in this type of a job, sometimes that's more valuable. I had one lady that she actually signed up with a bigger name person and she wasn't getting the help she needed. She never did get hired and she was really frustrated and she found me and I mean, I helped her a lot. Like it was quite a bit of phone calling. She'd make videos, send them to me. I would give her feedback, but it was fun for me. And it's not like I have 100 of them. You know, if you only have one at a time, it's totally doable. But if you had like, maybe 20 or 30, it'd be a little harder. But at the time, I actually got 4 people into VIPKid in the same quarter, so I got an extra $100 bonus. So that was really cool. And now they've done away with the bonuses, so that's kind of a bummer. So now people are finding other ways to make money, like making up little courses for people like the Manicam Kindergarten or the personal secretary thing. That's for VIPKid teachers, but that could be for out school teachers, any teachers. It could be for any teacher anywhere. It could be even for people that have their own business. It's just a tutorial on how to use the personal secretary thing. So, lots of people seek out genuine smaller teachers. Yeah. And once they know what they're doing, that's even more so. For Outschool, I used Paige as my referring teacher. And for the Nancy Taylor course, I used Casey Oswald. I don't know how much money she got from that, but Nancy allowed them to have an affiliate link. So I guess it's your turn, Danny. I got to use your code for something. So yeah, maybe Amazon. Are you still doing the Amazon affiliate? So the Amazon affiliate is cool. I signed up for that, but I didn't keep it up. And if you don't have anybody who uses your link in like 90 days, then you lose it. So I don't really have it right now, but maybe later down the road when I get a website going and stuff, I will go back and ask again. I don't know what the rules are about that. So Danny says she has an affiliate link under some, but not all videos. Awesome. And there's going to be new things coming up down the road for us to do. Like when people started taking Nancy Taylor's course, the first time, I'm in the second run. The first run, I think everybody was kind of signing up to be referring teachers. That was the goal, is to make, show everybody how you can be a referring teacher for VIPKid or other ESL companies. But it's really been cool to see people branching out into new things, like making your own course. I know Leah Sparrow, she wants to do help people become their own independent teaching business. So you have your own business and you charge the money, you keep the money kind of thing, instead of losing 30% with Outschool. So I don't know. She's working on that strategy. So people are kind of branching out and making their own way in different ways, and doing different things that are kind of like kind of connected, but they're kind of going out into other facets. And so we don't know what's going to happen in the future as far as what kind of new things are going to come up that we can participate in. So, so Luanne says, I signed up with bigger online presence. I do not like that you are linked to a website and videos to DIY with videos. It's not personal. Interesting. Yeah. So I think that like with the Manicam kindergarten, I was kind of glad because her price was a little high for the in person. And so I was glad that she had the choice of do it in person or do it independent learning, because I really would love the in person part, but that may be harder for me to get to. Like I can do personal learning and personal training on my own time. So if I have to watch a video, then or when I have to go to the in-person class, that might be a little harder to do when you're busy. So, and it was a lot cheaper, and she had a really good discount for Black Friday. So I think it just depends on the situation. And I also, the personal secretary, I did that one and that was free. So that was awesome. And the website in a weekend, I got on that. The one thing about it is to get on it the first launch and then you get it for half price. And so I'm going to do that one as well. The thing also about doing your own speed is you can watch the whole video, you can go back, rewatch the video, you can pause it, you can fast forward it if you want. And so I kind of like the self learning thing. And since I have like my connections on YouTube and all my friends, I feel like I'm getting enough personal interaction, but I do like the in-person, definitely. So, so Luann says, yes, that was my big mistake because you end up learning on your own anyways. It's a way to make money hands off, if you ask me. Yeah, that's true. It's called, what is it called? I can't remember the word at the moment. Hello. So, Danny says she added a stretching class on OutSchool, hoping it gets some students. Just one yesterday. Awesome. I'm telling you, when my kids, when I homeschooled and they were all young, I actually did go to YouTube and I got some like yoga classes. And I was not really into yoga, but my kids needed something to kind of just stretch and relax and just chill. And so that was something that I did look for. That was before. How are the new headphones? Yes, these are new headphones. They work well for my classes. I think they work all right. I don't know if they're supersonic, but so it says here you have a choice in that option when it is advertised differently and you are sent to a website is false advertising. That's true. Options of online or personal is a better option. I like that too. Yeah, I thought that was really nice. I guess too, like passive income. Yeah, that's what it is. Passive income. That's what everybody's shooting for, passive income. And it's all available. It's all available whether you want to do it. You don't have to participate. But once I got into the Kajabi, I realized what the program was. And some of the things you are going to um, kind of feel your way through. Like you might sign up for a course, you live and learn, you didn't really like it, or you did like it. And you it's all new. It's all new to all of us. So if it's not something that you like, you don't do it. But I felt like, I felt like I would just try it, right? I'm keeping track of all of the courses and all the money that I'm spending, putting that together as a write-off for my business here. Um, so Happy Farm said, I advertise breathing, relaxing, stretching with a warm up. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. If I could teach all PE and stretching, I'd be living the dream and getting. That's true. That is very true. What ages are you doing, Danny? Because I think you could do all ages too. Like you could do the same class for all the different levels. And that would be great because little kids need it just as much as the older kids. Yeah. And Luanne says it's great that you're teaching something that you love. Yeah, and I need to sign up for one of your classes. I was looking at your classes, Luanne. Luanne has some really great classes on the human body and kids. Okay, so I guess I'm back. I don't know what happened. So thank you for waiting if you're still here. And let's see. I can't remember the ages. Okay, so they're talking about music. Thank you guys for staying. Um, Now I got to try to figure out how to get this all going back again. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so thank you guys for coming. I'm going to click off this little thing here. And so you're talking about, I can't remember the ages for that one, but I have a PE and a teen PE. That's awesome. And how did those of you that teach on OutSchool know what to teach? That's a good question. I've been watching a few videos on what to teach for OutSchool, and I just chose what I wanted to teach, like something that I really like, and I chose knitting, and then one of the parents actually suggested finger knitting. So I've taught a lot of finger knitting, and so just basically teach what you want to teach. Another good thing is, like, if you like something, say you like science and you want to teach a certain age group. So go to OutSchool and you can search for classes by age. So put in the age that you want to teach, put in the subject that you want to teach, and see what other teachers are teaching, and look at how many people or students they've had and things like that. And it's not that you're really copying, but you're kind of seeing what's popular. It's kind of really hard to tell what is actually popular unless you do that, you know. And so some people are doing really well teaching reading, and just whatever you love. And then when you do get some students, just do it up really well and try to get a student base. That's why I'm doing the course, Lainey Goff's course. She's giving some ideas, and also this the summit is also another great place to go for some ideas. That's like a one-time thing. So, and there are also lots of videos about what to teach. There are videos on OutSchool also that will give you all kinds of information. So that's a really good resource. Is like sometimes we get used to just listening to other teachers or going on YouTube, but the website OutSchool itself, they do have workshops and they do have instructions right on the site. And so it just takes a while to get acclimated. As like as teachers, I was trained to make up my own classes, like take a book and kind of make up your own lesson plans and stuff. But now with VIPKid, you kind of get used to just doing what they tell you to do. So I feel like we get out of that mode. And so it's really just kind of organizing something for kids. So, and you have to start with a one-time class. So my one-time class was, I think it was my first one-time class, I'm not sure actually. Might have been knitting, might have been either knitting or finger knitting. And that's not like my only thing I ever do is finger knitting or knitting, but it's just something I really like to do. And it seems like that's something that people are enjoying. I also have some cooking classes. I feel like I kind of gravitate toward the home sciences. I kind of enjoy that. I enjoy the time with the kids also. Also have a pet sharing class. I've taught that a couple of times. There are some other teachers that also do, like, maybe instead of pets, they'll do just guinea pigs or just kittens. I just opened a kitten camp. And so I'm hoping I'm going to get booked during like the December. Thanks for your suggestions. I don't want to spend time planning a class that no one wants to take. I agree. So make it simple. Like to start out with, just make a simple class. Like my classes, I haven't really made a ton of plans. My pet sharing class, I did have some ideas for things to do, but there are some classes that kids want to just come and they just want to talk. They want to share their pets. They want to talk about the pets. And so I just have kind of a list of questions so that I don't all of a sudden draw a blank, you know. So I had a list of questions that we would talk about things. You could do a little handout, but not every single parent has a printer. So, you know, be careful of that. Make your handout kind of optional. So Danny says you've got to try a lot of classes to see what happens. And I think it does boil down to what you love. And when you find out you teach what you love and you get students that love that too, that is like, it's so fun. It's really awesome. There are a lot of smart kids that are really excited about doing classes. So Kelly says, that's exactly what I talk about in the webinar. Awesome. Cindy, your president fact made me LO in the past. Yeah, I did. I was like, I was going to do like movie stars and their pets, or, you know, famous people and their pets. But I'm like, I don't even know the same movie stars the kids know. So then I figured I would just use the presidents. And I didn't realize how awesome that study is, to figure out what animals the presidents like, and what animals were in the White House and different things like that. But just the fact is that President Trump doesn't really have time for animals, which I'm not surprised. So Danny says, I don't always have ink for my printer, so I appreciate no handouts or optional. Yeah. So for my write a letter to an elderly person, I do have some handouts to fill in the blanks. I feel like that would be helpful to parents, but you could also easily copy it. I have like a coloring picture. You could easily draw it on your own paper, like draw the same thing. And having a template, they can still write down the words. But I feel like sometimes kids get hung up with, major amounts of writing for letters. So let's see. I do have one student that signed up for that, so I'm looking forward to teaching it. I'm hoping I'll get more people in that also. Okay, so Kelly says, here's my video on class failures. Yeah, that was a good video. So check that out. So, when you watch enough of the out school videos of teachers, they have usually had to fine tune. Like they make a bunch of classes and then they realize certain ones book, certain ones don't book. And then you work off of the ones that do book. And the goal is that if you get a following of students, that you try to do what they like. So I'm thinking if I get knitters, maybe they will also like cooking. Or if I get cooking students, they'll also like knitting, kind of thing. And then if you branch out into the academics, maybe you get math students that you'll keep for 16 weeks or something. That you're not constantly doing one-time classes that you have to keep reinventing the wheel every time. So, oh, good, Danny. My kids love fun facts. Awesome. My 12-year-old loves to read me statistics. Oh, that is great. Dixie takes Kim's crafting class every Saturday. We trade for PE class. That's great. Oh, that is a really great way to do it too. So Luanne says, my daughter made ornaments with flour and salt. They're beautiful. That would be a class. Yeah, I've seen those too. I've actually not made them. I have made the cinnamon ones. You make them with cinnamon and applesauce. Those are really awesome. They smell really good. So Danny, yeah, Danny, make one of those videos. People love to watch fail and I quit videos. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. I'll have to make one of those. I fail and I quit. I think it's good for newbies to see that not everything I tried works, right? Definitely. And they keep trying. Yeah. And it takes time. Some people have just gotten into out school and they make tons of money. But I don't think that's the normal scenario. And honestly, I was ready to give up too, but I'm like, no, I mean, if I did one class a day without school, I could actually make more money per day than I make with VIPKid in 2 or 3 hours. So I think I should just push through and continue trying. So do that, Cindy. You're such a happy teacher. Ornaments that are easy would be fun since there's no school for a lot of kids to craft, right? Yeah. I like ornaments. I love the ornaments that you make from get the little wood slices and then you burn design into it. I have a wood burner thing. That might not be good for kids online because I can't help them if they get burnt. Just opening our Christmas decorations, I found a bunch of school crafts from the past, and I missed that this year. Yeah, I thought of that too. We don't usually do a lot of crafts, but a little bit of crafts and some, little parties. I miss that too. So yeah, so thank you for watching this video to the end. And I wanted to, before I close out, I wanted to just talk about, um, you know, we all know what's going on in the news right now, and there's a lot of things going on right now. It's very tense in our country right now, and there is a lot. And so I just wanted to just mention to pray for the the right to be right, the right to be righted. And I want to pray for our country, pray for each one of us, for our anxiety and our struggle through this hard time to just keep going. We're teachers, and we usually have, you know, in hard times, teachers are the ones that kind of hold everything together. And it's kind of hard when everybody's isolated to help kids to hold it together and to be calm and to just, just still be happy kids, right? So I just wanted to mention to all of you teachers that are just really taking it one day at a time to, really take time to just calm yourself and to pray and ask God to help you through the next few weeks. Praying for myself because, sometimes I feel like, I'm losing it. I can't lose it, right? We have to pull back and we have to continue and take it one at a time, one day at a time. And so we have the political stuff going on. We have the medical stuff going on. We have the isolation going on. We have people everywhere. They don't know what they're doing. And the stress and the anxiety is really rough all around. And so I just wanted to say a word of prayer at the end of this video, just for all of you who are watching, all of you who are in the chat box, and every one of our teachers, that God would just be with us these next couple weeks and give us strength and give us peace and trust that He is with us and that He loves us and He cares for us and that He will carry us through. So I'm just going to pray. Dear Lord, I do thank you for this day. I thank you for your love to us, and I thank you for this great country. And Lord, for all the freedom that we've had, for the prosperity that we've had, for the many blessings that we have enjoyed in this country. And we pray right now for our president. We pray for those in authority, that you would give them humility, that you would give them a strong desire for the right to come out right. And Lord, we don't know what all of that is. All we know is what we're told. We don't really know everything. We don't know the exact truth, but we do know that you do. And I pray for our country. I pray for our leaders. And I pray that you, Lord, would take control. And Lord, I pray for your will to be done. And I also pray for the medical situation, Lord, that you would be with each one of our families, that you would keep us safe. And I pray for our country, that we would be just smart to take care of ourselves, to be healthy mentally and physically, and that you would give us wisdom as we go through the next few days. Lord, I pray that you'll be with our children and our students and help us to love them, help us to be an example to them. And Lord, I pray that you'd forgive me for the times that I have failed and I haven't trusted and I've given up, Lord, and just help me to get back in there and to do the right thing and to help my family, my kids, my students, and each one of these teachers, the same thing. I thank you for each one of the teachers that support me and to support each other on YouTube even, behind the scenes in all these different classes and courses and education that we can provide for one another. And I just pray that your will be done. And thank you so much for this ability that we can pray freely. We can believe freely in this country, and I pray that it would continue. And I pray that your name would be glorified in all things. I pray that you bless this day and all that we have to do. I pray in Jesus' precious name. Amen. All right. Well, thank you so much, all, for listening and for watching, and thank you for your support. And I truly mean it. I hope that you guys just find a support for each other. If you need anything, reach out, send me a message on Facebook behind the scenes, and we can talk. You don't have to do everything on YouTube either. Behind the scenes is good, and just supporting each other with texts and messages and just helping each other make it through the next days. And we'll see. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be okay. I do. I really feel like things are going to be okay. It's hard right now, but I know that there are people that are in the thick of it and they want their good to be done. So I'm just continuing to pray for that. And thank you guys so much for your support. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.